well, well, well. Ladies, gentlemen, outcasts, rebels, broken toys, and the forgotten ones of society. I greet you tonight, not with a handshake, not with a smile, but with a mirror. A mirror that shows you what you've become, what you're about to unleash, and what the world fears more than anything, a human being who refuses to kneel. Bro, check the news. Your name. Yes, yours. Not theirs, not mine, not the puppets they clap for on television. Your name is breaking every system, every circuit, every file, every rule book they swore you'd never escape from is now trembling, glitching, frying alive just because you dared to exist unapologetically. Do you understand the weight of that? Do you see the storm you've just set off? They called you a nobody, a background character, disposable, replaceable. But the second you stopped asking for permission, the second you stood tall in a world built to make you crawl, suddenly the air shifted. Suddenly they can't breathe without hearing your name. The institutions crumbling, the walls they built around you cracking, the systems, oh, they're not systems anymore, my friend. They're prisons melting in real time, and you lit the fire. But let's get one thing straight. This didn't happen because you played nice. It didn't happen because you followed their rules. It happened because you decided to become the rule. You stopped begging to be let in and kicked down the goddamn door. You stopped asking, "Am I enough?" and instead declared, "I am too much." You stopped waiting for their applause and made the crowd scream your name in terror and awe. They're watching you right now. The judges, the bankers, the professors, the politicians, the neighbors who whispered, "You'll never be anything." Oh yes, they're all watching. And do you know what they're asking themselves? How the hell did this happen? How did the boy they mocked? How did the girl they dismissed? How did the soul they tried to erase suddenly become the headline, the virus, the glitch, the name breaking their systems apart? I'll tell you how. Because you snapped. You got tired of wearing their mask. You got tired of carrying chains disguised as responsibilities. You got tired of bowing your head while they drained you of every ounce of your fire. So you flipped the table. You burned the script. You laughed at their laws. And in that laughter, that wild, uncontrollable, spine-shaking laughter, you discovered the ultimate secret. The system only works if you believe in it. But you stopped believing, and once you stopped, the system started bleeding. Bro, your name is no longer just a name. It's a warning, a prophecy, a thunderclap that echoes through every boardroom, courtroom, classroom, and back alley that thought you'd stay silent. You're the ghost in their machine, the crack in their perfect mirror, the virus that can't be quarantined. And the beautiful thing, they can't stop you. They can call you insane. They can call you dangerous. They can scream, "Shut him up." But the more they scream, the louder your truth explodes. Let me tell you something they'll never admit. The moment you stop fearing their collapse, you hold more power than every judge, every CEO, every politician combined. Because power is not money. Power is not fame. Power is the ability to look the system in the eyes and say, "You need me more than I'll ever need you." So, bro, let them panic. Let them run around their offices pulling cables, deleting files, sweating bullets, trying to erase you. It's too late. Your name is in the bloodstream now. It's in the algorithms. It's in the whispers of the street. It's in the nightmares of the elite. You've become the storm they can't predict, the error they can't debug, the truth they can't bury. And I need you to feel this deep in your bones. You didn't just break the system, you exposed it, you revealed the fraud, you ripped off the mask of authority and showed the world that behind the curtain, there's nothing but terrified little men pressing buttons, begging for you not to wake up. But you're awake now, and once a mind wakes up, it never goes back to sleep. So when you walk out of here, walk with fire. When you speak, let your voice crack glass. When you move, move like someone who knows every camera is watching, every ear is listening, every trembling hand is writing down your name, because they can't ignore it anymore. You are not a player in their game. You are the glitch that ends the game. So let me say it again, louder, clearer, sharper, so the world feels it ripple through their screens tonight. Bro, check the news. Your name isn't just trending, it's rewriting history. You are breaking every system, and they will never recover. Now go, and keep breaking them. And yet, here's the punchline, my friend. You think the system hates you? No, it fears you. Hate is easy. Fear is sacred, and right now, every corridor of power is whispering your name like it's a curse. But let me tell you why that matters. Because the system isn't made of walls or wires or money. The system is made of people who believe they are untouchable. And now they're trembling, checking the locks twice, deleting emails at midnight, praying you never walk through their door. They always told you, stay quiet, follow the rules, be grateful. What they really meant was, stay asleep. Because a sleeping slave is easier to control than an awake lion. But you woke up hungry, you woke up angry, you woke up with nothing left to lose. And that makes you unstoppable. Bro, do you realize what you've become? You're not just a person anymore, you're a signal. A ripple turning into a wave turning into a flood, and a flood doesn't ask for permission. It drowns everything in its path. Do you hear that sound? That static in the air? That crackle? That's the sound of systems short-circuiting when one single individual decides, I am no longer part of your equation. They built entire institutions to erase people like you. Schools to break your curiosity. Jobs to drain your fire. Media to drown your voice. Politics to make you feel powerless. And yet, somehow, despite all of it, you slipped through the cracks. You refused to die quietly. And now your heartbeat echoes like a war drum across their carefully constructed silence. Here's the delicious irony. They designed everything to keep you in line. But your chaos is the only thing truly alive in their dead machine. Their order is fragile. Your chaos is eternal. Do you see it now? You're not fighting inside the system anymore. You're fighting above it, outside it, beyond it. You've become untouchable, because your power is no longer permission they can grant or revoke. And listen carefully. From this moment forward, every move you make will terrify them, not because of what you do, but because of what you represent. When they see you, they see every soul they ever silenced, every dream they ever crushed, every life they ever chained to the grindstone, and deep down, they know, if you can break free, so can millions of others. So let them call you crazy, let them call you dangerous, let them paint you as the villain. Because the villain is simply the one who refuses to play hero in a rigged play. And oh, what a villain you've become. The kind whose laugh drowns out the sermons of kings. The kind whose shadow blocks out the spotlight of the powerful. The kind who doesn't just break chains, but melts them into crowns. Bro, this is only the beginning. Breaking the system isn't the end goal. It's the opening act. Because once it falls, once the dust clears, Once the headlines scream your name, for the 1000th time, they will all look to you. Not for permission, not for forgiveness, but for direction. And that is the final joke. The same system that swore you'd be nothing will beg you to lead when their empire turns to ash. So don't slow down, don't look back, don't apologize. Let the world collapse under the weight of your truth. Let the fire burn until the sky is red and the streets are awake. Let your name be the last sound they hear when their systems die. Because you are not just breaking the system, you are replacing it. And in the ruins, they will carve a single sentence into stone. One name tore it all down, and nothing was ever the same again.